Hey saxophonists, we've done it. The newest thingy for your bell is buyable on peakperformancewoodwinds.com. We brought a handful of these to this year's NASA conference, and people liked them. We expected them to like them. We've been working for a while on these. And the goal was to make a much better version of the traditional saxophone mute that is wrapped in velvet ribbon. For a while, every now and then someone would go, why don't you just wrap your bell rings that you already make in ribbon so that the people using traditional cloth mutes would use those. And I just felt like that wasn't good enough. And like there were just things about the traditional mute that were not right. And so I kind of wanted a different shape that wouldn't tip over unintentionally. I wanted it to be specially formed for the saxophone bell mainly. And so we actually just iterated a lot on this special shape, this special tapered peanut, handsome Squidward shape, human head. Anyway, so we have this, and it is perfect. We love it. It just feels perfect. You can place it at whatever depth you prefer and put it there every time. And you can rotate it to slightly obstruct the lowest tone hole if you like, and you can get an additional flattening of low B if you wish, or if you like how your low B plays without rotating it, then you don't have to. You can place it parallel to the bell key tone holes. You can just do whatever you want with it. It looks classy, it looks traditional. The velvet wrap is really clean. My daughter is crying in the background. But anyway, you can buy these on the website now. They're beautiful, they're awesome. And I hope that people who are using a traditional saxophone mute will give them a try. I'm going to play them real quick for you, even though my horn is kind of cold. But so about 15 cents sharp. Place it just wherever. 2 cents, 1 cent. I mean, basically in tune. I'm going to play a low B with it placed parallel to the tone holes. My low Bs are pretty close, honestly. A couple cents sharp, maybe. But just to show you this quality, you actually have to place it somewhat deep in order for it to begin to reach that lowest tone hole. So I'm going to play that low B again. So it started around 4 cents, kind of settled around 1 cent. But now I'm going to rotate it diagonally so that it just barely begins to obstruct that low B tone hole. Pretty much right on, dipped a couple cents flat there towards the end. And I'm going to now directly obstruct that lowest tone hole. Settled around like 6-7 cents flat, maybe a little bit more. But if you have a somewhat sharp low B and you want to kind of rein in the upper overtones of it, you can rotate this however much you wish, and you can affect your low B as well as your low B flat. So that's kind of an added perk of this shape that reaches a little bit deeper into the bell, depending on how much you decide to cram it in there. So I really like this design. I hope that people who are partial to the traditional cloth wrapped mute approach give it a try. I think it's an improvement on that, and it is something we've been working on for a while. I've been going back and forth between this and the bell rings that we've been making for a long time that fit horizontally in the bell, like so. The approach of this being that you figure out the exact depth placement that works best for you and the exact thickness of ring that works best for you, and you use that to affect the pitch and response alone without using fabric to dampen or mute the tone. And I was really opposed to the concept of having fabric in your bell for a while. And after going back and forth between this and this for a bit, this is really growing on me, and I'm really appreciating the validity of this approach as well, and in some ways preferring this. I kind of like this better in a lot of ways when I get the right placement. Like somehow the response is like a little bit better. It's like kind of giving me a little bit of a crisis. So anyway, I hope people will try these. They were really well received at NASA. We sold out of them pretty much right away. They are currently available in 2 thickness options. This is the standard thickness for alto. They're also available in the plus thickness. Standard brings you down, depending on where you place it, like 10 to 15 cents, and then the thicker version brings you down maybe like 15 to 25 cents, depending on depth placement and rotation and all that. The tenor version, I want to say, brings you down like 5 to 10 cents, and then 10 to 20 or 10 to 15 cents. I can't remember what we clocked in at, but they're available for alto and tenor right now. We're gonna make some for soprano at some point, and people were even asking if we would do some for Barry, and we probably will. But I'm really super proud of how these turned out. Spent a lot of time figuring out what ribbon would be best suited for this, and dialing in the shape and figuring out how to make the wrap really nice looking from both ends and all the way through, and make it a good long lasting product. So yeah, they're available in different colors. We might add even more colors as we go. My lighting is not good. It does not do this justice. But yeah, the velvet bell ring could not come up with a flashier name either. But I tend to not even care about that so much. It's a bell ring. It's got velvet on it. Bucky agrees. So anyway, have a good one. If you've messaged me about repairs, I'll get back to you soon. I'm going to start today, right after this. So we're also cleaning up the shop right now. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Wrong button. What do I do?